Welcome everybody. We're going to continue with Yin Yoga for Beginners, and we'll call this Yin Yoga for Beginners Part 2. So welcome everybody, and everybody in the room of course. We're going to take a cushion and just place it on the base of the spine or the tailbone, just to help you sit just a little bit more into your body. And we just start by landing on the mat or in the space that you are in. So we're going to gently close the eyes and just take a few conscious breaths in through the nose, hold for a second, and then exhale through the mouth or through the lips. The amount of time that we hold the breath is completely individual and up to you. Each time we hold the breath, just relaxing just that little bit more. So we hold, relax the shoulders. And now release any control over your breath and allow the breathing to be completely natural. Just simply watching how your body expands and contracts as the body breathes. And today, feeling the support from the earth beneath you. And expanding your mind and consciousness as far away from yourself as possible. Finding the sounds that are furthest from you. Just simply observing them as a natural part of life. And now experiencing the sounds closest to you. Maybe your own heartbeat. Maybe even the blood circulating in your body, the pulse. And now coming up to your mind, looking beyond your thoughts and settling into the center of the mind. And allowing the space of the mind to expand. All the time watching the breath, the body, the contact with the floor or the ground beneath you, the sounds that surround you, and the sounds closest to you. And then when you are ready, slowly and gently opening your eyes. Welcome. Good. So we release the sitting position and we're going to come to the back of the mat and continue into a position which is called Melting Heart Pose. So we can continue with the cushion if you wish, between the legs or under the ankles if it feels more comfortable for you. As the body relaxes, muscles, especially the thigh muscles, relax, then we'll have less and less pressure on the knees, which is generally what we feel is uncomfortable in the beginning. Also possible that we have stiffness in the ankles, and of course you can place a cushion there as well if you wish. So we continue now by bringing the knees to the sides of the mat. And we're going to walk the hands forward until we can get the elbows onto the mat. And we're going to bring the hands together in the center of the mat. You can almost make a diamond with your fingers, first finger and thumb. And then we gently allow the forehead and the nose to come to the mat. If this is not possible, of course, we can use cushions to support the body, or have them under the head if you can only get, for example, to this position. You can also use a bolster if that is more comfortable for you. As I always say, making yourself as comfortable as possible. So once we've found our position, we're going to bring the focus back to the breath. And instead of this gentle expansion and contraction of the body, I just want you to watch the movement of your body. Just do this silently for a few seconds. Feeling how it affects the whole body, not just the chest, and the groin, and your hips, the legs, the back. Maybe lifting the forehead just a little bit forward as the neck relaxes. And being conscious of the heart resting within your chest. Also supported by the earth's energy or gravity. Just resting slowly and gently into the stillness of the body and the breath, calming the mind by gently saying to your mind, relax with each exhale. Still watching the movement of your body as the body breathes, and allowing the breath to be completely natural. So as my spine relaxes here, I can feel there's a slight tension in the neck, so again, I'm going to gently lift the head and move the forehead just a little bit further forward. When I do that, I can feel that the shoulders relax just that little bit more. And if you have any discomfort in the shoulders, you can bring the arms a little bit further back. Maybe separating first finger and thumbs. Relaxing the upper back, knees, lower back. Allow the stomach to hang down between the upper legs. Check the fingers are relaxed, the toes. And again, return to the breath.
and the gentle movement of the body. Now, as I was talking about the breath last week, especially if you're new, you can take a deep breath in and feel how the body lifts away from the floor or almost out of the position. And then a long exhale and feel how the body sinks back into the position, probably even deeper. Again, I'm just going to move the forehead just that little bit further forward. So if there's anybody new on the channel, and you've heard that you shouldn't move in Yin Yoga, well, this is a myth. It is to stay and be as relaxed and as comfortable as possible. Just remain in this silence, and I will speak again, so you don't have to take responsibility for anything at all. So we're now going to gently release the position. You can bring the hands back to the knees if you wish, and we can use the arms to gently come up out of the position. Slowly and gently. And once we're up, we can bring the knees together in the center of the mat. Good, we're going to come forward down onto the mat and lie on the stomach. We're going to bring the elbows slightly forward. And come into a position which sometimes I like to call seal pose. So today I want you to bring the feet to the corners of the mat. Relaxing the lower back, you can even rock the hips just to make sure you just release any extra tension you might be feeling there. And then we're going to use the support from the elbows to the shoulders so that the body can actually sink down towards the mat. And we're just going to rest the head on the top of the mat. Again, if you have any discomfort in the shoulders or the neck, you can bring the hands together. This will help with the relaxation. So especially if you're new, I'd like to encourage you to maybe just to do that. Just move the hands and then just feel how that actually changes. And then maybe move the hands back. And if it's comfortable to do so, then leave the hands as if they're forward. Allow the head to rest on the top of the position. Fingers are relaxed, the toes, and just allowing the body to sink down as we relax the shoulders. Be conscious of the contact, the hands and the floor, noticing that the whole of the hand is not actually on the floor. Maybe you're only feeling it in the fingers and thumb, both sides, and also conscious of the space between the hands and the floor or the the surface that you are on. Sometimes if we have extra stiffness in the neck, we can move the elbows even further forward. So the chin is up away from the floor, but it's sitting on top of the position. And especially in the beginning when you're practicing Yin Yoga, maybe just experimenting a little. As I said, this myth of needing to stay completely still in the positions does not exist in my classes. So just finding a position where you can relax. Relax the lower back just a little bit more, and the hips, the knees and the ankles. Maybe noticing how the chest comes more and more in contact with the mat. Maybe experiencing that breath again. Deep inhale, slow and long. And exhaling as we gently come back towards the mat and probably even deeper into the position. And as I usually say, giving all responsibility to the earth beneath you for the relaxation. Good, so we're going to gently release the position and come up as smoothly and as lazily as possible into a sitting position. Shaking a little bit in the hips again. If the stiffness in the neck is still there, you can roll the head just around a little bit. So we're going to come to the neck in a little bit later during this program. So I'd like you to come to the knees. Good. So we're going to come into a position which is called shoelace. So it's quite a descriptive name. So I'd like you to place the left hand onto the mat, just a little bit away from your body, so you can lean onto it, keeping the arm straight, and just bring your left buttock to the mat. We're then going to bring the right foot to the left side of the body. And coming into the position. And in the beginning this can be a little bit difficult, so it doesn't matter at the moment if the foot is here. The whole point of doing this is to just be comfortable. And as I've said in many classes before, and you'll probably hear me repeat it 1,000 times if you watch my channel, it is that we're looking to improve each position with maybe 1 millimeter a week. That means even after this class, you're going to have 1 extra centimeter of mobility in your body. If we think about it this way, then over a few weeks and a few months, that's a lot. So don't push yourself here. Just coming to a position that is comfortable. We're then going to rest both hands on the knee, close the eyes, and relax your shoulders. So imagine
there is a weight on the elbows, and I don't mean pushing the elbows down to the floor, I just mean allow the arms to be as heavy as possible. Allow the spine to round a little naturally, so we're not actually trying to sit up like this. We just round into the back, sit into the pelvis. And if you need to, it's just to adjust the position. If you're a little too enthusiastic, or maybe the ego took over there for a second, maybe you brought the foot just a little bit too far back. Allow it to come forward so you can relax. And just as much as possible sit down onto the ground or the mat beneath you. So we're thinking here to bring the right buttock as close to the mat as possible by allowing the weight of the body to sink down into the right side. And again, close the eyes. And breathe. Again, and only if you wish to, taking that deep breath in, slowly filling the lungs. And as you exhale, maybe sinking down into the right side of the body just that little bit more. So it's okay to feel a stretch, but if you have discomfort in the body or as pain, then move the body so that you can be comfortable. Good, so we're not going to stay in the position too long today, so we're going to uncross the legs and bring the right foot back to the correct or the right side of the body, and then again sitting on the feet. And of course we can always have a cushion between the legs if we need that. Right hand comes out to the side, so not close to the body, just a little bit further away, so you can lean down onto that hand. Very good, yes. Keep the elbows straight so you can feel that I can have support here. Bring the right buttock beside the right heel or the right foot, and then bring the left foot to the right side of your body. Again, finding this comfortable position for yourself. It will be unique to you. And gently again, resting the hands onto the knee. Shoulders heavy, back a little bit rounded. And starting to explore a little bit with your senses. In Sweden here at the moment, we're just coming into the beginning of summer. So you wanted to feel the energy inside the earth beneath you. It's a very different feeling from winter, where we can consciously experience how the earth is quiet and resting. experiencing your breath. And again, maybe taking this deep inhale and a long exhale, sinking back down into the position. As we become aware of this breath and the effect that it has on the positions and your breath, you will notice more and more that this happens with every single breath that you take. And remember, just feeling now how the left buttock comes closer and closer to the mat. The sounds that surround you. If you're outside, maybe the sounds of the nature. What you will notice is the mind becomes peaceful and still. The more we practice Yin Yoga, the more the mind starts to understand that it can rest and be still. So Yin Yoga is as much yoga for the mind as it is yoga for the body. So increased mobility and flexibility and space comes into the mind and the body. Release the position again. Now we bring the left foot back to the right side of the body, or the correct side of the body. And we sit again gently onto the feet. Again, here we can have cushions between the legs, under the ankles, or even having a bolster, for example, between the legs. Just to give these muscles the rest, relaxation that they need. Hero position. What I'd like you to notice here is that the back is naturally straighter, sitting into the physical body in a slightly different way. And then we're going to gently open the eyes. Good. Did you notice the spine? Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? These small things that we do, they just correct the body automatically. So in the 36 years that I've been practicing yoga, I'm always fascinated by how these small things just make such a huge difference. Or as I've said sometimes before, how doing nothing can create so much for ourselves and the mind and the body. Good. So we're going to sit side again. And we're going to come into a position which is called easy straddle. So sitting at the back of the mat, or even just off the back of the mat, here again we can use the cushion. We're going to place that under the tailbone, coccyx, and we're going to bring the right leg out 45 degrees, or further in if you're stiffer in the inside of the legs. What I don't want you to do at the moment is to bring the leg out here. Okay, so we're going to do easy straddle position, not butterfly. Sorry, not the position where we actually go a lot deeper, which is dragonfly. So we practice the straddle first, 45 degrees out with the right leg, then 45 degrees out with the left. Good. Placing the hands on the floor in front of you, I want you to drop the chin down to your chest. And again, allow your body to sink into this position. So sit down into the pelvis, allow the spine to round naturally into this position. And this position is not about reaching your toes. It's about this gentle stretch we can feel on the inside of the legs here. Allow the arms to be relaxed again, hands resting with the palms down onto the mat. If it feels natural for you to come a little deeper into the position, have the hands a little bit further forward, of course you can. But at the moment I don't want you to bring the elbows to the mat yet. We can also use the bolster, either just in front of the body, so we just lean down onto that, or if you wish to, and especially if you have discomfort in the neck, you make a little pillar with the bolster and rest your head onto it. We breathe again. Watching the gentle movement of the body. Ensure the knees are nice and relaxed, the ankles, toes. Maybe noticing again the contact, your hands and the mat. Maybe it's slightly different than it was earlier. If you're not using the bolster for support, I'd like you to take a deep breath in again. And as you exhale, allow the chin to come just a little bit closer in towards the chest. Stretching the muscles in the back of the neck here and the upper back. This position is magnificent if we spend a lot of time sitting in front of the computer, which a lot of us do these days. So, as we breathe, the body has a natural reaction to the breath, which is to relax. Even if we don't feel this with every breath, we can experience it after a few breaths. So again, take this deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the chin even closer to your chest. I don't mean by forcing the chin into the chest. This is not about making the body stretch. It's just allowing the natural weight of your body
to create the position. Relaxing the shoulders just a little bit more. Again here, watch the stillness of your mind. Maybe there's just a little less thoughts traveling through the mind. And now moving the hands just maybe 2 or 3 centimeters further forward. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale, allow the body now to be heavy. So again, we're not looking to get the elbows on the floor. We're just using the natural weight of the body. And then we can gently come out of the position. So all of these positions where we're opening the hips and gently stretching the muscles, maybe it's the hamstrings that are feeling a little tight, which stop the pelvis from rotating forward if we have tension here. And just that little extra rotation actually reduces the amount of discomfort that we have in the lower back. So these positions, although very simple, actually anatomically make a huge difference in the body. Okay. And eventually, when we've been in these kind of positions before, then positions, for example, where we're going to take the forehead down to the toes, for example, become a lot easier because of this gentle stretch that we do in the beginning. I'm not encouraging you to do that position right now. It was just to demonstrate. Okay. So be patient with your body. Number one, patient with your body. Your body will do what you ask it to do. If you tell it to do something or force it to do something, it will simply object and tell you, ow, that hurts. So during the Yin Yoga, if you feel that your body is hurting, back off from the position and approach the position as if, I know I can do this someday, even if I can't do it today. It's a good way of thinking. Now, I would like you to adjust your mat. So, finding a place where you can have the legs up against the wall. You can have a lot of cushions around you if you need it, so just make sure they're sort of in reach of everything that you are doing. I'm going to turn the mats now. And we're going to stretch out the hamstrings just a little bit. So I want you to come to the wall and bring your buttocks to the wall. Then we can lie down onto the mat, keeping the buttocks as close to the wall as possible as we do that. So just coming down, and make sure we have our cushions. And we then roll over onto the back, again with the buttocks close to the wall, and bring the legs straight up. Bring it together in the center. So again here, we're looking for the weight of the body to bring the lower back
to the mat. Now this might not be possible in the beginning, so maybe we need to use the bolster, for example, just with that little extra bit of support so we can have the legs straight. And even if I'm telling you that the legs should be straight, it doesn't matter at the moment if they are bent. As long as we're feeling this little extra stretch in the back of the hamstrings. As we become more advanced, you're going to find that the lower back will be completely on the floor. Now, we can place the hands behind the neck. Maybe using that long inhale and long exhale to help the body relax down almost into the floor. Relaxing the shoulders, elbows down towards the floor, and checking that we're not holding the head in any particular position here with the fingers. The head is simply just resting into the hands. Maybe noticing the contact with the hands on the mat. And the weight of the head and how the head is actually pushing the hands into the mat. And now we're going to separate the legs as if we were doing the sitting straddle position, but now up against the wall. So here again we're just simply using the weight of the legs, and we just relax. You can close the eyes if you wish. Again, conscious of the breath. The feet just a little bit further apart if you need to, or feel that you would like to. It doesn't matter if the body is shaking in this position. The more we try and stop the shaking, the more the shaking comes. So just allow it. You'll notice that my right foot is shaking. So it's just doing its own thing over there. I'm just allowing it to do that. Not trying to stop it. Good. We're now going to bring both feet down to the buttocks. We can do this one at a time. Bring the knees together. We roll back over and gently come out of the position in a way that is most comfortable for you. You can return your mat to the original position if you wish. Just taking your time here. And then we're going to come back onto the mat and we're going to lie on the stomach. And in this position we're going to have the feet together at the back of the mat. And at the moment we can still be up a little bit away from the mat, so using again the support from the elbows to the shoulders just to keep the upper body away from the mat. And we're going to look down to the center of the mat, and
straight down from the eyes, and we're going to bring both elbows to this point that we're looking at. Then bring the wrists together, and then we're going to rest the head into your hands. So your fingers are going to be resting on the cheeks. Take another deep inhale, and as we exhale, sink into the position. So the support here is coming from the elbows, the wrists. Everything else is completely relaxed. This position is extremely good again for the shoulders and the upper back. And if you have neck problems. As we breathe, you will notice that the upper back starts to relax, so the chest comes just that little bit closer to the floor or the mat. Again, here we can move the elbows maybe 1 centimeter further forward, and again sink down into the position. So again, while I've been talking to you and you have been doing nothing at all, there are huge changes happening in your body. This is personally why I don't agree with staying completely still in yin positions, because we don't notice the subtle changes that are happening all the time, unless of course we are more advanced. Watch the smoothness and gentleness of your breath. You're not asking the body to exert itself in any way whatsoever. So the breath relaxes more and more as the mind relaxes, as the body relaxes. Just for these last few seconds, just going through your body, almost scanning the body. Can I relax the neck just that little bit more? Shoulders, upper back, the chest. Maybe even being again conscious of the heart inside your chest, the lungs surrounding it. Stomach relaxed, lower back, hips, knees, ankles, feet, and toes. Gently conscious of the contact of the hands against your face. if the eyes are closed, gently open them, just feeling this relaxation. Good. Extremely nice position. We roll over to the back, coming into the last position before relaxation today. Here we can have cushions or a bolster. I encourage you to buy one of these. They don't cost very much and extremely useful, especially in the yoga. They can sit nicely in the sofa as well. So we're going to bring the left foot to the inside of the right knee. So sort of slide the foot up so that you can feel when the ankle bone comes to the knee joint. Then we're going to bring the right foot beside the left. So the knees are now together at the top. We then drop both knees out towards the bolster. And again, we're going to place the hands under the head. So we have this gentle spinal twist. For those of you that have been in my class for some time, if you like, you can rest the head onto the floor and just bring the arms out 90 degrees from the shoulders. And maybe looking to the right hand. We can do the same thing if we're with the hands under the head. In the beginning, it can be nice to look out to the left. Then maybe we can start to look at the top of the room. And then we can start to maybe look at the right elbow. And once we've done that, then bringing both shoulders down onto the mat. Again, here we just have the weight of the legs resting out onto the bolster. And eventually, of course, we can take the bolster away completely and have both knees on the floor. But in the beginning, having some kind of support helps you to relax into the position. Good. You bring both knees up to the center. And here we can use the heels slightly down into the floor. So if you watch my pelvis here, if I press my heels down, I could adjust the pelvis so I could bring the pelvis flat onto the floor or the base of the spine onto the floor. Then we're going to drag the bolster or the cushions or anything else that you might be using and bringing it out to the right side of the body. Feet are still in the same position as they were, and we're just going to drop the knees down to the right. Placing the hands either under the head or bringing the arms out to the side and choosing whether you're looking now to the right, to the top of the room, or out to the left. And again, if you decided, for example, well, I'm going to try looking at the left hand, and this doesn't feel comfortable, then return the head to the center so you're looking straight up, or even back to the right hand. might have noticed that in Yin Yoga we don't really have any hurry to do anything. And like I said, eventually we will be able to look to the left hand and have this full rotation through the spine. Close the eyes. Again, maybe conscious of the sounds that surround you. The earth beneath you. Maybe even each point of contact between the earth and your body. And even the space. The whole body is not lying on the floor. Be conscious of the space between the body and the floor. And allowing all remaining tension to just sink down to the earth beneath you. Maybe you can find that you can rotate the neck just that little bit more, and I don't mean by forcing the rotation, it's just to feel, okay, it can go this a little bit further. So again, doing as little as possible to achieve as much as possible. And then gently bringing the legs up to the center again until the heels are on the floor. Then press the heels down into the floor so we can bring the lower back onto the mat. Then we're going to gently stretch the legs out, bringing the left heel to the corner of the mat, right heel, corner of the mat. And here we can move anything that's in the way, just out of the way. And we come into Savasana. Making sure that both shoulder blades are on the mat, the feet are gently falling out to the sides. And if you have any discomfort in the lower back, maybe placing something under the knees so we can completely relax. And staying in this position, maybe even placing a blanket over your body. Maybe a cushion under your head. Making sure you're as comfortable as possible. We're going to finish today with a guided meditation. So I just want you to listen to my voice. So gently close the eyes if you haven't done so already. Again, conscious of each point of contact and how the earth beneath you is supporting your body. From the back of the heels to the back of your head. Each point of contact through the whole body. And staying just for a few seconds
in the silence, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your body as the body breathes. And again, conscious of the breath. Maybe taking that one last deep inhale and a long exhale. Sinking even deeper into this natural and beautiful relaxation. Become now fully aware of the surface beneath you. Feel how the ground effortlessly supports you, holding you in stillness and presence. A deep, quiet connection to everything that surrounds you. Let your breath flow naturally without control. Simply watching as your body moves with each inhale and each exhale. Observe the full journey of each breath, rising and falling like waves in constant movement and change. Now bring your focus to the space of your mind, beyond all thoughts, beyond distractions. There is a quiet center, a still point of pure awareness. Rest here and simply observe. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be. Simply enjoy the vastness of your own presence. With each breath, feel yourself expanding into this space. Thoughts dissolve and evaporate like mist in the morning sun. Tension releases, and the weight of the world slowly lifts. Now, in your mind's eye, see before you a majestic eagle perched high on a rugged cliff. Its golden eyes reflect the endless sky. Its wings stretch wide, sensing the wind's embrace. The eagle pauses. Something stirs within you, a deep recognition, a longing. And then, without hesitation, you become the eagle. Your body transforms, light as air, weightless yet powerful. Your wings expand, catching the invisible currents of the wind. With one strong beat of your wings, you rise effortlessly into the sky, leaving the earth behind you. The cool air rushes past, crisp and pure. You tilt your wings, sensing the wind and trusting the wind as a true guide. Every feather adjusts instinctively. There is no effort, only movement, trust, and the boundless expanse of sky unfolding before you. Higher and higher you soar, and the world below becomes a vast tapestry of mountains, forests, rivers, and fields. Everything that once felt heavy, worries, doubts, fears, shrinks into the distance. From up here, they no longer hold weight. From this expanded perspective, you see how everything is connected, how each river finds its way to the ocean, how the winds move the trees, how even the smallest change ripples through the landscape. And yet, once the ripples have passed, everything returns to stillness. Your eagle eyes, sharp and clear, see beyond the horizon, a clarity you may have never known before. Life from this view seems safe, vast, and perfectly unfolding. There is no urgency, no struggle, only the rhythm of the wind beneath your wings. Above you, a golden light begins to glow. The sun calls you higher. Without hesitation, you rise effortlessly on the rising air currents. the warmth reaches deep within you, filling every cell of your body, as if you are growing a second set of wings. Wings that do not just carry you, but envelop and protect the strength within you. Here in this golden embrace, all fear and doubt dissolve. The question of belonging, of being enough, gone. In its place, a deep, undeniable trust. Trust in your own wings. Trust in the unseen forces that have always carried you. Trust in the vastness of existence itself. And in this moment you remember, this is who you are, limitless, wild, and free. As naturally as you soared into the sky, you now feel a gentle call to return. Not because you must, but because you choose it. You follow an invisible golden thread, gliding downward with effortless ease towards your physical body. The earth rises up to meet you. The details of the land growing clearer. Your form begins to shift, feathers softening, limbs returning, breath moving once more through your human body. The earth embraces you, holding you again, as if saying, "Welcome home." You land gently, yet something within you has changed. The eagle is still with you. Its eyes are your eyes. Its strength is your strength. Its freedom is now yours, eternally. Feel your body again, the solid ground beneath you, the quiet rhythm of your breath. The sky is always there, waiting. And once again, with your eyes open or closed, you can soar in the vast sky above you. As you move back into your day, take a moment to reflect. you can carry this perspective into your life. What challenges seem smaller now, seen from above? What will you choose to release, knowing that like the wind, everything moves and shifts in time? Remember, the eagle does not question the sky, it simply flies. The eagle does not fear the wind, it rides on its currents. The eagle does not cling to the branch, it lets go when the time is right. Just like the eagle, you too are meant to soar. Whenever you feel lost in the details of life, remember the sky of endless possibilities above you. The perspective is always there, waiting for you to rise and see. Take this wisdom with you today. Walk lighter, breathe deeper, trust your wings. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. With a soft focus in your eyes as you become one again with the space that surrounds you. Slowly stretching as if unfurling wings that will never truly leave you. Namaste. See you next week.